It's a beautiful afternoon, guys. Let's go fly some drone. Today's video is a clear example of what you are not supposed to do if you are about to fly your drone to a very far distance. I am not going to be calibrating the compass. I'm not going to do any other thing with the drone. Let's just bring it out, put it in the sky, and see if it can find its way to wherever we are going and find its way back to us autonomously without us manipulating anything manually. Let's do this. Altitude set, and let's go. DJI have designed these drones in such a way that a beginner should be able to take it and just, fly it off into the distance and get it back home safely. But let's see if that can work, because it's not everyone who actually is able to pick up a drone and is able to do all the pre-flight activities before putting it up into the sky. However, as professionals, we always do recommend that before you put a drone into the sky, you should make sure to go ahead and do all the pre-flight activities, which mostly include calibration and all those other information. And if you're not able to achieve that, or if you're not able to do that at the end of the day, you can get a flyaway. Now, flyaways of drones were very common in the early beginning, the making of consumer drones. That was because the GPS systems were not really that strong, and the drone will not be automatically be able to detect where you are and find its way back to you. That's why I'm doing this video today, to actually test it, to know whether if you don't do all these things, can you be able to fly off into the distance and still make your way back successfully. And so that is why we are making this test today. But let me send this word of caution that regardless of however this experiment turns out today, I will not still suggest that you put your drone through what I am putting my drone through right now. This is risky, guys. And so if you are enjoying this video by far, I do much appreciate it if you do click on the subscribe button, and also make sure to click on the like button, because it goes a long way in helping other people discover this channel right here on YouTube. As you guys can see, in this case, if I fail, I know that you guys will not go ahead and repeat that same mistake, because you already know what that particular kind of mistake means. And so that is why I'm flying out into the distance today, so that we can try this together to see if we don't obey these pre-flight activities, can the drone still work efficiently, making its way all the way to the mountains and back. So we are currently around the central region of Ghana, closer to Winneba area. And as you can see, these mountains are really so cinematic. I just hope you guys can hear my voice also quite clearly, because the wind hasn't been really so forgiving at this particular point in time. And so yeah, let's just hope that we are able to make it really far. Recently, I made another video where I actually tried to fly this drone very far into the distance. As you can see, the drone has also extended the flight, and the distance is really very high at the moment. And like I already told you guys, this is actually a very huge risk, because we didn't calibrate the compass, we didn't set the home points, we allowed the drone to do all of these things for us all by itself. And so let's just hope that we'll be able to make it back. And as you can see, we are already at the mountain. That means we've made it, we've already made it so far over there. All right, guys, so I wouldn't want to go further than this. Like I said, if you want to see a video where I do the extended flight distance, it's also on my channel, and you guys can actually check it out. So let's try and see if we use return to home, if we can find our way back here. So let's initiate return to home and see. Right, so now the drone would turn and start finding its way back to us. And as you can see, the area is really very epic, and we are flying above all obstacles. And as we were almost getting to the mountain, because it's almost kind of far off vertically into the sky, if we had continued flying, we would run into the mountain. That's why I've stopped. And so we are making our way back here. So as you guys can see, this is kind of a very good experiment. So far so good. I can see that the drone is gradually finding its way back to us, and it kind of looks like and usually it will fly in kind of like a straight line back to where you are. As you can see, where this H is where we took off from, and where this gray line ends was where we actually stopped. And where this kite is right now is the position of the drone, and it's flying in a very straight line back to this H point, which is the home point. Remember, we did not set this home point, meaning the drone itself managed to get this home point and find its way back to us. And so that means that it is not a prerequisite that at every point in time when you break out your drone, you should calibrate. It's only when you travel to a very far distance from where you were, that is the only time it's recommended that you recalibrate your compass or do some of the other settings that need to be done. Basically, those are the major information, or that's the main thing you should know if you intend to fly your drone very far away. And as you can see, we really went far. Do not risk your drone like this. You guys know I love you guys so much. That's why I decided to risk mine like that, just to entertain you guys. And if you are just new here, welcome. This is African Amaze channel. Over here, we talk about cinematography, photography, editing, and all its related branches. If all this sounds interesting and you want to learn any of this, then this is the right place to be. Just please click on the subscribe button and make sure to click on the post notification bell, and make sure to click all so that you are notified anytime we drop awesome content like this right here on the African Amaze channel. So let's keep waiting for the drone and see if it makes it back. Trust me, these are just technologies. They're supposed to aid us, and no technology on this earth will be rated by the scientists as 100%. So for me, I always keep a clear mind that at every point in time that you put a drone into the sky, that could just potentially be the last time you would ever see your drone. That, unfortunately, that's the reality of flying drones. And regardless of all those complex settings that you have on it, the drone can still crash. And if you want me to make another separate video, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be making a whole video on the topic of drone crashes and why probably even having obstacle avoidance might not even be a ticket to the fact that your drone cannot even crash. Trust me, with all those technologies, your drone can still crash. And I have very interesting stories to share along those kind of lines. And so if you want me to make a video detailing some of those things, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll definitely make a video talking about drone crashes, ways by which you can crash your drone even if you do have 360 avoidance, which is having obstacle avoidance at the front, the back, the side, all over, but still you can still crash it. We are almost at the H point, and so what happens is that it's going to find the same exact point, hover, then it begins to land, and it's going to try to land exactly where it took off from, which is at my right hand side here, right at where these blocks are. And I think standing on top here also aided it. If I was down, because the landscape here is a little bit undulating, it would have been blocking some of the signals. And so I'm able to fly far because I'm a little bit on top. And so that is also another key thing. If you have immediate things blocking you, you must look for a little bit of a clear place that if you want to fly to a very far distance, those are practices or those are things you should take key note of. I can't hear it, but it's almost here. That means it's so high. Okay, I can see it. It's almost here. That's scary. All right, so it's trying to find the position. And guys, I think already this has been a success, because for the drone to even make it here and begin to land, for me, we've achieved our aim. And so because we didn't have to set this drone in any way, and it still managed to find its way back to us, I think this is a great time to be alive, guys. I've always said that the future is not tomorrow, or the future is not the future is actually now, because some of these things, these machines and what they are able to do autonomously is just simply amazing. And so DJI, if you are watching this, big ups to you. I love DJI company so much, and that is why I've been doing most of these videos these days, to just entertain you guys and to let you guys learn about what is happening. Yeah, and so the drone is actually coming up, and the camera would show you. And just before it gets to the ground, I'll just cancel the landing process and take over manually. Yeah, so but as you can see, it's missing it by a few meters. Okay, so it has corrected it. All right. Wow. And I've canceled it, guys. That is certainly amazing, because this is exactly where we took off from. And look, it was going to land, but because of this thing, I just want to stay safe in this particular scenario, and that is why I don't really want it to land. It is not on every occasion that you need to calibrate your compass or go ahead and do all the pre-flight simulations before you put your drone into the sky. If you want to take quick shots, put it in the sky, and the drone will automatically set itself, gather all those informations, and do all the work for you autonomously. But will I recommend that you do what I just did? No. Like I said, I will recommend that at every point in time, before you put your drone into the sky, just take some few moments and calibrate it in every way as possible before you put this drone into the sky. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will definitely catch you in the next video. And until next time, keep practicing filmmaking. Peace out.